Yeah, my name's DeAndre. I'm a second year design student, and I've been making beats since I was like 14 years old, but I also only been using like YouTube videos and stuff. So it's been nice having a class actually teach us and learn, especially with sampling and stuff.
My name is Rayan. I'm a fourth year finance major, and I'm taking this class for my minor and just to improve as a producer.
You miss anybody?
Is it?
Let's see, just making sure. I think that's everybody. Yep. Um, but yeah, without further ado, this is my brother for sure. Um, Sherman, but he go by Worm for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I'm truly grateful you be with my class this morning. Um, Definitely someone who's inspired me, like I've said. But yeah, man, just kind of
Yeah,
introduce
I'll take it
yourself.
over.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My name is Worm, Sherman Worm Johnson. I've been recording myself, making beats and putting it out by myself since I was 10. Started off on a little toy called a Mix Man. It was like a little DJ joint, got it at Toys R Us. Figured out how to make beats on that and been switching DAWs and just learning how to record and things of that nature since then. Um, got to work with Stevie on Fire in Little Africa and the space program. A wonderful, wonderful time. That was the lions, the hyenas, as they say on Sway for producers. It was a lot of them competing, so it was a really good place to sharpen my skills. And now I'm rambling. I don't know what else, but um,
Who are some of your musical influences?
my musical influences would be, of course, Kanye, Big Crit, and J. Cole. Though,
Why those three?
because I embody all of the talents that they do. They do rap, they do production, and they also engineer. You know what I'm saying? Engineer their stuff, or at least get it to a level to where they know what they're doing with their sound to hand it off to somebody else. You know, so those are the three that I look at the most. I'm looking more into just I have been trying to. Oh, Pimp C. Let me add Pimp C. Not a lot of people realize that Pimp C engineered and produced most of the UGK records. Just want to throw that out there. Um, Man, yeah. So, and I just been now I'm diving more deeply into engineers and um, Mike Dean, for example.
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all. I mean, we talking about producers. That's shoot. He can produce it, then say, "Nah, I don't like how this sound. Let me take this out." You know what I'm saying? He has a value that is useful in all areas in all genres. So
So
yeah,
where was the progression? You started recording yourself first, you producing
yeah.
first, and then you evolved to engineering. Like, talk about that process.
So I started off with loops and whatever pre-programmed loops that the program came with, I was using them. So the mix man had this was 2004. So the mix man had 90s R&B and hip hop, Missy Elliott type of loops up in there. So, you can get your drums and get your stuff like that and just put things together, which I never, not looking back at it, it helped me train my ear to be able to just put things together to actually make a track before I get to the point of I want to put my notes where I want to put them. I want to do whatever. So now you got a sense of this is what a track is gonna sound like, or this is what this will sound like. This is what that's gonna do. Kind of like learning textures and everything. Then I moved on to Acid Pro.
Hmm.
I don't know if anybody knows about any of these things, but Acid Pro is kind of like what we see today. It was the first time where I've seen my audio files on the track. I mean, in front of me, and and had the loops in front of me and I can cut things. But because before on the it's wild when I look back at other people's
Yeah.
like other people's recording process. That toy I had low key was like me recording on an 8-track. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't stop, I couldn't mess up. I had to go all the way through. I couldn't do no background vocals unless somebody was there with me to do them. So I literally learned how probably all musicians first started just on a little toy. And then when I got Acid Pro, it just became a lot easier to just put beats together and rap on them. Still wasn't learning how to mix. I was just like, let me turn this up. Let me hear my voice. And then I was thankful enough somebody taught me Fruity Loops. And then so from there, I never figured out how to record on Fruity Loops, thankfully. I get it. This is a little joke, but but I learned how to make beats and actually sample there, which was good for me because they have Edison. I don't know if anybody has Fruity Loops or used it, but they have this tool in there for sampling called Edison. You can see all the transients, slice them up, and just drag them into a sequencer, and then whether you want to play them or not, or you can put them in a piano roll and just see where it is that you want to put it. And then from there, my dad was like, "You need a Mac." That's what everybody use. That's what all the whatever use. So I got me a Mac. He got me a Mac Mini for Christmas. Then I had to learn how to resample on EX24 on a Logic Pro. And
is anybody familiar Logic with EXS24?
Oh yeah, the EXS24.
Yeah, is anybody familiar? Can you talk about that in relation to like the evolution? Can you let Antoine in there?
Yes. Okay.
Can you talk about the evolution of that sampler that was in Logic and now utilizing Serato sample? Like, what's the difference?
Boy. So so EX24 is the worst sampler ever. So what you'll do is you can you have to basically chop it up in Logic Pro before you drag it into the sampler in order to play the notes. You have to know the tempo in order to chop it up to make sure that it's going to loop right. He looked back like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
He said, "Ew."
Yeah, Luke.
Yes.
That's how we was shopping before the Serato sample.
And if that's not bad enough, if you wanted to pitch it up or down, you have to deal with or just accept that it's either going to be there's no tempo or pitch change, so it's going to be slow and low, or it's going to be high and fast.
Yeah, so you can't just lock in the key or the tempo. Like it was all bad,
Bro. It was all bad. Luckily, I have a younger brother who is on the cutting edge of technology, and he put me onto Serato sample. And boy, did it change my life.
Yeah.
And I seen Stevie over here. He came with a beat one day, put it to me, and I was like, "Bro, you're gonna be revolutionized when I show you this." Cause I'm like, you ain't gotta stress no more about making those samples. When you get on Serato sample, it does all of the work for you, bro.
Right.
It really has changed the way that I'm able to make a beat, and I know that it has benefited Dr. View so much because he's a DJ, so he uses Serato. So it's like whenever he's able to hear something that loops good, especially with his mashups, you know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to just find where it is. It's easy to cut it off when you want to. It makes it easier to actually use samples as an instrument as opposed to just like, all right, I got to do all this stuff just to make sure that this sound fits off in here. So, like, yeah.
Can you let Antoine in? He's on the screen.
Oh, okay. I see that. Bet.
Any questions from anybody in the chat before we move on?
I also had Mixcraft for a minute. That's when I started using Autotune. But that's neither here nor there.
But what have you enjoyed the most about just being a creative, particularly with music and production? Like, what is the best part of the process for you? Particularly
best-
like when it's sampling, like chopping sampling.
okay, the best thing when it comes to sampling for me is just being able to whenever I find that sample, it's changed over time since I've gained more knowledge of the industry and how the business works. So it's changed over time. So at first it used to be I would love finding something that was just soulful, something like Kanye would have made, and then flipping it to something that felt modern for the times. So that was the best for me. What has changed now is since I got understanding and knowledge, I'm like, regardless if you use a sample or not, is I find it more respectful and a higher standard to chop that sample up, unless unless it's a good loop and you're just gonna let it ride. I like to see what you add to it as opposed to just letting it be what it is. And that can be distortion, that can be whatever. That's neither here nor there. But my favorite part is just either finding something that nobody has sampled, or being able to take the sample in a very different direction. You know what I'm saying? That or being able to put my distinct take on it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able to for real make it distinct take on it, then I'm happy with it and I'll leave it. But most of the times, if it's not rare, then I'm a rapper and everything else. So I'm feeling like I'm biting. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's just art, you know what I'm saying? But I like to just make it a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? So just finding the right sample, but really to put a period on it is when artists come to work with me, whenever I'm able to put a sample around whatever they have a different beat to, like reworking whatever they have and creating something new out of that. That's what I actually like when it comes to sampling, because now I just took something from there and like, all right, we're not using this beat. And then I created something around whatever you just had. So, yeah.
Are you in the place, this is probably my last question before we get into it. Are you in a place where you can listen to a sample and you chopping the sample in your head? Like you already know what you're gonna do before you get into your DAW?
Yeah. I already have the part that I'm gonna chop up right here. Cause
Oh, this one.
yeah. You're a student, your professor. He wanted to challenge me today.
Oh yeah, this is a Professor Luke. He the one
Luke.
yeah.
Luke, I
Yeah,
knew
Luke.
it. I knew it. I was like, one of the students in here is on something else, and they trying to challenge me today. Cause I'm like, Sonata, where you found Sonata at? But so let me play what I have. I don't know, can y'all hear that?
Kind of.
Hold on.
Does anybody have any recommendations on how we can get this audio into Zoom? It's really bothering me because I want y'all to be able to hear.
Because if not, I definitely can walk you through the buttons to press.
Can you check your Logic one more time? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me do this. Let me do the sound ID. And maybe I can get a better sound.
It's better.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna
Did
get off.
you? So did you? Like yeah, when you did the share screen, did you click the button to share sound option in Zoom?
I didn't know that that was a button.
Okay, so actually, stop sharing your screen.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then share your screen. And before you click to the next place, there's on the left side, there's a share sound.
Ah. You know what? Oh, and then there's a computer audio joint. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Here we go.
I don't hear you.
Ah. This might have done something. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bet. I was like, ain't nobody saying that. Okay, I just restarted Logic.
Okay.
I'm about to play a sound just in.
Yes.
Shout out. I got some good students up in here now. Y'all good. Y'all are good and great. All right. Let me because it ain't gotta be that difficult.
It don't.
Labels going tech. Anyway. All boy can tell us about that. Where do you go? Ryan. Let me stop messing with folks. Let me get this open.
Go to the audio. No.
Here we go. Yeah.
There we go.
That's, they just put out they just put a company out of business just with that feature. Like for real.
Okay, so how do you know what part you're gonna use?
So for me, I hate all of these pianos. I'm gonna just first thing I heard is them drums. I heard some Kendrick Lamar shit. So it was somewhere in here. It was louder.
I think it's coming up.
Nah, it's got to be. There it is. Yeah, about to put this down. I can move this bar, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here. All right. Let me play back what I just did real quick. So what I've so inside game, I've been adjusting and just figuring out a new work. I've been adjusting and figuring out a new workflow. So whenever I use my pads with the audio playback plugin that I have, it won't hit on one. It'll hit on and one or whatever. So I got to get these straight real quick. Bet. Cool. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. So I hear in my head them drums acting as congos, and I push them down a little bit lower to give them a little bit more oomph. So what I'm going to do now is just take take this low end off with my equalizer, take this off, like around here. Let's just hear how it sound. Then I'll roll out the top. That sound dark. All right, so it's time for me to add some things.
What are you pulling up right now?
What I'm pulling up right now is Splice. I recommend everybody just go get Splice if you can't. It's a monthly subscription. If you can't afford it, just start buying drum kit. But this mostly where I start to get most of my. If I don't sample from Splice, then this is where I'm getting my drum sounds from. I don't think that's not even me, but and you can hear me singing to the beat already. If you're a producer and you don't sing, you still sing to the beat because that still adds to what may work or fit for that, because you never know what artist or whoever's gonna do with that. Man, I'm just gonna add this right now because I don't feel like figuring that out. Fall in love with workarounds.
So you did it way through Alchemy?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Also, you ain't gotta buy all these plugins and do all that other stuff, especially with Fruity Loops or any of these. If you really go into the stock like instruments and stuff, they have everything you can possibly think of with all these knobs that you can mess around with and design your own sound or change it up a little bit and add whatever you want. So I found they got a real good kick, real good 808 that's like it feels like an 808 and it feels like a sub. So so now that I got in my mind what's gonna be, I quantize my notes so I can go ahead and just know what's gonna be on beat. So if I need to or if I can, I just gonna try to slow the sample down a little bit so now I know what's off beat so I can get it right. I want to add my hi-hat next, but it's hating on me. I ain't gonna do too much, just gonna add me a little hi-hat, snare, and then probably add my own extra element. You be making your own hi-hats, Stevie, or you be?
Yeah, I do.
Good, that's good. I don't. I'm going. I loop them all. I ain't got time for all of that.
You ain't got time.
Boy,
If you decide not to be a producer, you should do some stand-up. Like you should do like some sampling comedy. That's what you should do.
Yeah. I have been looking into Hannibal Buress does that well. And then Craig Robinson does that well. Yeah, but I mean, I'm about to start splitting hairs and getting deep with it, but because I went to go see Craig, but yeah, I got more of the Office Craig instead of uh Daddy's Little
Mm,
Girl Craig.
okay, okay. Stupid.
All right, let me see. But for the most part, just for right now, I all I do is I let the loop do whatever it's doing. But whenever I'm not, I'll chop up
So,
the
so
hi
let's
hat.
so let's make this messy real quick. So,
Yeah, let's get it
what
messy.
what what do you say to people who like, oh, you using loops, like you ain't really producing, like, because there are people who are out there like that. Like, what do you say to that?
I don't care about them. They don't matter to me because they're not doing what I'm doing. Um, you can be the purest of the pure, but like you still got a stain like at the end of the day because it's all about results. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and if you know anything about this business, then you know what I'm saying. It don't matter if I made the loops or not, my nigga. I put them together. I apologize for my language, but I put these together. We're in a hip hop class, so it's whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. Say
Uh,
less.
right. So I put these together, you know what I'm saying? People can be like, oh, I made all this. I've made a lot of beats that were original and I put it all together and it was still horrible. You know what I'm saying? Until I learned and got better and knowing what's right, what feels appropriate, and knowing how, and also being able to articulate why that works. If you're honestly, if you're able to articulate why it works, then there's everybody shut up. You know what I'm saying? So I can sit up here and try to make my hi hats, but I would have to explain to you why it don't work, and I don't feel like doing it.
That's real.
So let me go ahead.
Yeah,
Because I
do.
realize also to that I also realize why older generation will be like y'all got it easy because I can understand the um, folks are a little bit more our generation is more computer savvy and with the advancements of technology we don't have to have too much of a music theory we just have a mathematical theory and we can lay it out we know how we can see it different like that
Cool.
but let me go ahead and lay these down real quick.
Cool.
Ew. This next step. Okay, the hi-hat is informing me that this is still behind the sample behind a little bit.
I think it's where you chopped it.
No, when I brought up briefly, I'm like, another thing, I'm like, oh, well, I'm never getting text from the dark because he used to come up with that first. I'm like, I wasn't really like you work on a schedule. It's like, dude, like if we know like 2 3 weeks in advance, I know that's maybe hard for you. But like we have a better heads up. We can plot when we can call off work and all that shit.
All righty. I didn't understand what was going on, but hey.
It's part of your skit.
Okay. All right. Let me now I'm just about to add me a snare. I hear something a little bit hard hitting. really hear either a snare or a rim shot, but we'll see. That's it. So, you know, I'm like I'm getting XXX Tension with whatever. I'm getting his type of vibes. I'm getting like that hard punk core rocker feel just from these chords. So that's why I chose a snare this way, because it's like we want something hard hitting close to something that sounds like a real snare. But this is still trap, so I definitely wanted to. I want to be able to add the feeling that it needs to have. As you can hear, as I was saying earlier, it's all off. But shout out to quantization. All right, so I got a foundation. I want to see if I can try to get more out of this sample, since it does have some cool little pianos. But
Oh, the piano cool though.
yeah, I kind of want to try to get a melody out of it with the chords that it has. So I'm just about to delete all of this. The one thing I don't like about the sample is on some technical mess is that it's not compressed. So it's not compressed enough. So I'm not able to, or it doesn't have a limiter, or it's not turned up enough to where I can see the transients that I'm able to, that I'm wanting to cut with.
So you haven't even updated your Serato.
And that's what I told you that before we got on. I was like,
I'm just not looking at it.
yeah. I ain't updated.
You ain't even having for real fun yet then.
Yeah, man. Because I know it takes the stems out and everything. I ain't got to that yet. Like I said, I've been back on the engineering side and making sure that I can keep my sanity with 2-track mixing.
For sure.
Yeah. Somebody asked me to turn down some rim shots. I'm like, I don't have the files.
It's all one thing.
Yeah. So to the class, contrary to popular belief, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably already know this, no matter how much they say that they can get the stems out and stuff like that, it's not always clear. It's not necessarily possible unless you're engineering and be like, okay, I know why this took this out like that. I can add this part right here and still even then, but yeah, okay, yeah, I need to update that mess, man.
Yeah, you'll have some fun.
Yeah. I heard some. Oh. Cool. Okay, there we go.
What'd you just do?
So I set it to poly so I can play multiple notes.
There we go.
So I'm just taking a little chord out of here and just making it, playing it as an instrument and just seeing if I can get another melody out of it. I might not. I'm just messing around real quick. Let me, make it a little bit shorter so I can. And then let me throw a chorus on her. And in Logic, they got this joint called Fat FX. It'll let you just shape it into different types of deals. So I'm gonna just choose a. Yeah.
That's all right.
Dang. Trying to get it forward, but fuck it. So, I'm moving on. Yeah. Y'all feeling that? So that's what I heard is a little lead or a lead whistle. After that, I had to do a whole much more tweaking. My OCD kicking in, but you get the idea.
Any thoughts, comments from anyone in the chat? Luke, you got any particular comments? You know, being it's your sample.
No, I just really love what he did with it. I definitely get the what he was saying about the like XXX type beat stuff.
Yeah.
Real dark.
Yeah, because the sample itself can inform you on what can be created. I mean, you can make whatever, of course, but for me, I'd be like, yeah, no, I heard something else. It didn't come out. That's all producers, of course. But the main thing is to fight past that and just keep it. You know what I'm saying? So
DeAndre's has a question chat. Said, do you think it's better to record the sounds on the pattern instead of putting each note down, and why?
you said record them in the pattern. If I'm understanding your question correctly, I feel like you probably you like get the rhythm down and then put in the notes where they may, or what do you mean by that exactly? Because when I worked on Fruit Loops, for 808s, I would just wherever I would want them to sound, I put them in there rhythmically in the sequencer, and then I would send them to the piano roll, and then I will be able to just move the notes to where I want move the notes to wherever I would want them, like that. Sometimes, most of the times when it is something low, that's what I would do. It's just focus on the rhythm first and then do the notes later, because I'll be able to hear it and that's okay instead of playing it live. But if I'm able to just figure out a lead or a rhythm or melody, then I'll lay that the way I'll lay that down first. It didn't come as easy to me, definitely, because I don't have my piano controller. I just have my machine. I need to get a new.
Oh, so you use machine through Logic?
I'm not using no.
Okay.
I'm just using it as a controller.
Okay.
I'm using it as
I'm like,
very,
what you got going on over there?
no. I'm using it as a very expensive controller.
Okay.
Because I went out on and you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I went out on a limb listening to OGs and telling me you need to get and they were real hip hop heads, so I should have listened first. I should have understood that there, but they're like, it's sampling easy, it's better, blah blah blah, and I looked up everything I could. The sampling is nowhere near Serato sample. It's a little bit. It's way more complicated. But
This is MK2, MK2 or MK3?
I want to say it's what is this? Maybe the Mach 2, or I might no, it's a 3.
Okay.
It's the Mach 3. Yeah, no, because I'm also just used to a certain workflow in Logic.
Yeah.
When I told people I'm working in it, they said that's good for sound design. You know, Logic over Pro Tools. All right, I'm done.
No, you're good. I know a lot of questions past couple weeks has been around mixing. So I don't know if any folks on here have any questions mixing wise for Worm. I know he's chopping samples, but he's also an engineer as well. So if there's any particular questions I have around mixing, you can go ahead and can ask those now as well too.
Oh, she raised her hand.
Yeah, that's why I had made the comment.
Okay. Hi, Dr. Hughes, probably aiming that question at me. So when you are laying down a beat, do you typically try to like center the drums and the 808s as like the main focus of the sound, or are you more of synth and piano type person, or does it just kind of depend on the track?
So I'm from the I was also on the drum line in high school, so it's gonna be centered around the bass and the drums, but I don't make them first to inform me how I want the sample to inform how the rhythm will go, as opposed to me making the rhythm already and then laying the music on top of that. Because for me, it gives an inauthentic and corny feel to how the sample, you know what I'm saying, how to whatever you felt from the sample, you know what I mean? So whatever you felt from the sample and then you add on is what your take is, and it's better workflow. So I would suggest just play with the sample as much as you can, and then whatever you add on as far as drums and bass, that informs what the whole track feel is gonna be like. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Do you have any Kanye Cole-esque beat sessions that you could share before we get up out of here?
Yeah. Shoot, I can plug my album. I was definitely in. I'll give the whole spiel. I was in the car wreck, and I flipped. This is the first time my car like flipped, and
this was like what, 3 years ago, 4 years?
It's 2 years ago actually.
Okay.
2 years ago. I was watching 911 heavily, so this was definitely not. I don't know if y'all seen 911. It's a show about first responders, and they're always in the most craziest predicaments trying to get them out. So when my car flipped, I'm like, yo, I need to get out of here before things blow up. I also had that pack on me, so I was like, let me throw this further away. But people around me insisted on calling.
So you threw a pack? No, you can't throw a pack, bro.
Look here. You know, I know we.
You didn't have no medicinal card?
I had it, but I was in a wreck.
Oh, okay.
Because boy, I look, I'm not good at driving. That was my first wreck, so you know, shoot, I ran into the back of somebody my first time when I first started driving. I'm like, dang, y'all gave me a ticket. Can't y'all see I'm heartbroken? My car is totaled. No, but here's something that I sampled. I sampled a Kirk Franklin joint. Well, Maverick City and Kirk Franklin, and yeah.
I'm rocking with that.
Yeah, that one's hot, boy.
That's fire.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's gonna take us to the top. For sure.
Yep. Yeah, let me go ahead and put on this gospel music before I go into work. Yes, Lord, we need you. That shit hard than a month. Oh shit! This is the end.
Sir, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You want me to call the ambulance?
No, don't call the police. No, I'm good. When I do get by, wrong or right, gotta thank myself for keeping me alive. All I do is get by, all I do is survive. Wrong or right, look. Finally got a life, why ain't they say it would be hard? Oh wait, they did, young depressed kid, I would just shrug it off. God give me the blessings and I start to 8 times off. I keep going, never stopping, a knucklehead from the start. When y'all try to talk, I don't listen, but focus on flesh and living. Wheels spinning in my healing, or justifying my sinning. Tell me what is forgiveness, what is the Lord revealing? Feels like the devil winning, feels like the on the ceiling. Losing religion don't mean to be frank. Need to be me, give a fuck what you think. Roll up the gas and it better stay. God bless me, get a light on my saint. I go keep it poppin' like we hit the pain. Dancing on tracks, I'm no little saint. Trip on me like I dance in the rain. I look out the window, I'm feeling my pain. A lot on my brain, like a bucket. assistance with self-sabotage. You can see that I'm gifted, all my happiness is right. All I do is survive, all I do is get by. Wrong or right, gotta thank myself for keeping me alive. All I do is survive, all I do is get by. Wrong or right, gotta thank myself for keeping me alive.
No condemnation if you need. No condemnation if you need. No condemnation if you need. Your grace, your grace. No condemnation if you.
Yeah,
You recorded yourself? You mixed it too?
yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of space, it's a lot of room.
It's a lot of room in the track.
Yeah, it's a lot of room. Yep. Mhm.
Really?
Any questions? Anyone? Get up out of here.
I enjoyed y'all, man. For sure. I'll let y'all know that.
Yeah, Worm, I appreciate you. If again, if you all are, hold on to the beats we started on Tuesday. Oh yeah, you got any social media?
Yeah, but I want to hear somebody who
Oh,
I want to hear homework. I want to hear that one.
anybody willing to share anything that we worked on Tuesday as far as the sample?
Luke ain't got nothing.
I love what you did with it. I was struggling a lot with it in class, but like I don't know, you just kind of figured it out so quick. It was crazy.
I mean, hey, look, I've been flipping samples, and yeah, I've gone deep. I've gone deep.
Sebastian, Hector, did y'all want to share what y'all created?
Yeah, we could. It's just kind of still in progress, I guess. Dr. View, would you be able to pull it up on yours, or would you want us to share it?
No, let me.
I don't know. It was just kind of us like playing around. We mixed the sample that was given in class with bins.
It sounds good the way she's talking. You hear how she's like, yeah, it's just something we was playing around with. Man, play that, View.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
Steph, did you have anything to kind of add to like what we did?
No, not really. Just that mix, and regardless, like I had a lot of fun making it. So let's just see how it sounds on another platform.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Like it's for fun. So I don't know.
Who was that? And talking.
That's
they on the same channel? Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. That's
So,
the audio sounded amazing.
Can you stop sharing your screen and then
Sure.
give me host status? Appreciate it. Y'all can see this, right? Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Oh no.
I'm not sure we can like hear it very clearly. It's okay. Like we could play it from there, or I'm not sure.
Let me try it again. Could be just me.
From what I heard, that was hard. The bass line, I liked it.
Let me close some stuff out. Matter of fact, Worm, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna email it to you, and then can you play it for me? I don't know why.
Yeah, just text it to me.
Yeah, or I could like share through my Serato. Either one works.
Yeah, you have it pulled up?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on my Serato to open up.
I'm gonna give you host status.
Okay.
We only got about 1 minute left, so for those who got class or need to head out, no hard feelings. Definitely see you all on Tuesday. I'm not exactly sure who has a sample for next week, but if it is your week, go ahead and send me the sample so I can share that with the class sometime this weekend. And then make sure that your settings, well, just play something real quick and see if we can hear it.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that this is like through Zoom. Okay.
There we go.
Is that loud enough?
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, that was pretty much all of
Shit
Amazing so far.
crazy. That shit hard in a bit. Hey, my bad. Hey, can't nobody. Y'all are y'all listening through laptop speakers right now? Everybody on laptops except for you.
I'm listening. Yeah, it's
Yeah, you got half. I got a sub in here.
It's
That
not
shit banging.
Oh,
That shit banging.
yeah.
That's good. I like the transitions too. Transitions was
Thanks.
good.
I feel like
Thank-
I would like maybe not filter out the sound so much because it like you just like drown out the sample, I feel like.
So what I would say about the filtering is you probably would just filter it before the bass drop. It feels weird to
Okay.
filter it. It feels weird to filter it with the drums in there because you got to filter it all the way to where no low end is. So you'll just be hearing the hi-hats. That's the fade. That's the fade or whatever you're looking for is so you're gonna fade in from the low end, taking that off, and then you'll lead up to that transition. The beat drop will be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other
Sounds good. Thank you so much,
feedback?
Amber.
Any other
Sure.
feedback
I'm
from
gonna
folks?
switch you back to host. Sorry. How do I do that?
If you go to participants
Okay.
and then click on my name and it says more and then make host.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. So let's
Thanks.
keep it
Yeah,
going.
I think mixing it with like Solange was partly Seb's idea, but it worked out really good.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, Sebastian,
Thanks.
you sleeping on yourself, man. I'm telling you. But no, appreciate y'all. Let's just keep working. Much love to you, Worm. If you can stay on real quick, I want to share something with you. But yeah, much love to y'all. What's your social, Worm? You on mute.
Worm FRS on Twitter, Instagram, everything, and then on TikTok, Worm in the Front Room, Front Room Studios, OKC.com, where you can get mixing and mastering, and I mix and master beats and anything just to I clean up mixes, get them ready for a demo, get them ready to go off to the next studio to get whatever, or if you rocking with the sound, I master it as well, get it to where you feeling. So
DeAndre, if you got some stuff you working on as far as recording, we talked about on Tuesday. Maybe it's maybe Worm can help, clean it up a bit. So
I got you.
But I did put that right. WORMFRS.
Yeah, I ain't even got the chat up.
Okay. Bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all on Tuesday. And y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah.